What's up, everybody? It's Jordan from the Sports Behind Show. In this video, I want to be doing an off-season preview for the Los Angeles Rams. I want to be doing a free agency mock and a three-round mock draft from PFF. And I'm also going to be doing a kind of a record prediction for the Rams this upcoming season based on the moves I do in this video. So let's go ahead and get started here. So this past season, the Rams had a very disappointing season. They were just 5-12 after having a Super Bowl winning year. And it just seems like everybody for the Rams this past year was, injured. I mean, Stafford and just so many other players were injured for the Rams this past season. That's a major reason why they were just bad this past year. And when you look at some of the team needs for the Rams this year, they could use help at offense tackle, guard, edge, corner, and linebacker. And linebacker was a big need just a couple of days ago, but it's even a much bigger need now after they released Bobby Wagner. So when you look at the Rams, it's interesting because they do not have much cap space at all. There's a couple of cap casualties here for the Rams. They could release center Brian Allen. They could also release guard Coleman Shelton. Each of those moves there, they were to release both of those players. It would save them a little over $2 million for each of those players. I also had them restructuring the deals of Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald. With all those moves, including the recently release of Bobby Wagner, they have about $15 million in cap space. So when you look at some of the re-signings here for the Rams, I only have them re-signing one guy here. And I know this might be, unpopular for Rams fans. They might not want him back. But I have the Rams re-signing Baker Mayfield to a one-year deal worth $4 million. There were times, when Mayfield played, he looked pretty decent. There were other times he didn't look so great. But I feel like we could possibly see Mayfield home for the future in the Rams. Maybe, Stafford retires in a year or so and Mayfield eventually takes over as the Rams starting quarterback. I feel like that's something they could possibly end up doing. But I think Mayfield, honestly, I feel like he'd probably be better off just staying in Los Angeles with Sean McVay. I like that signing there quite a bit for the Rams. And look at some of their free agent signings here. Like I said, they have about $15 million in cap space. Mayfield is about $4 million, so that's already down to just $11 million left for the Rams. So looking at some of these free agent signings here, one, I have them signing linebacker Neville Hewitt. The last three seasons combined, Neville Hewitt has over 200 tackles. He's been a guy who's been around the league for several years now. He's been on multiple teams, and they could really use more help at linebacker, like I mentioned. And with them not having a lot of cap space, they're not going to have enough money to sign a top linebacker. I don't feel like it'd be a bad idea to sign a guy like Neville Hewitt to a one-year deal worth $2 million. And another signing here I like a lot for the Rams. I had them signing guard Dalton Risner. Dalton Risner can play left guard or right guard. He was a rookie in 2019, and since then he's only missed 4 games. And when you look at the Rams, they could use guard, like I mentioned. And, it's one thing if a guy can play just left guard and he's good. It's a whole other thing when somebody who is durable and he can play left guard or right guard very, very well. That's exactly what Dalton Risner can do. And I feel that he could be a great addition to this Rams offensive line if they elect to sign him to a 2-year contract worth $12 million. I feel like that'd be a great deal there for the Los Angeles Rams. So like I said, this is a 3-round mock draft here from Pro Football Focus. The Rams do not have a first-round pick because that belongs to the Lions with the Matthew Stafford trade. But in the second round, I have them drafting Tennessee offense tackle Darnell Wright. This would 100% be the best pick for the Rams in the draft. I don't care what else happens for them. But when you look at Darnell Wright is rising up draft boards. He could possibly be a top 25, maybe even top 20 pick by the time we get up to the draft in April. But this is tremendous value here for the Rams. They need tackle. Darnell Wright's one of the best tackles in the draft. I think he has potential to be a very, very good tackle wherever he goes to. This is a great pick here for the Rams. Best case scenario, I don't really get how you could possibly have a better pick here with the Rams getting Darnell Wright in the second round with their 36th pick overall. The Rams also have a third-round pick. It's the 69th selection overall. And with this pick here, I love this pick so much. They take Cincinnati linebacker Ivan Pace Jr. Ivan Pace Jr. to me is extremely underrated. The last 2 years, he has over 33 tackles for loss, over 10 sacks, and over 260 tackles. That's not a career stats. That's just in the last 2 years. That is incredible. He is all over the field. He was a huge reason for Cincinnati's success in defense these last couple of seasons, a big reason why they've been so good the last couple of years. And like I said, linebacker is a big need for the Rams. They don't have enough money to get a top linebacker in free agency, but they have a second-round pick and a third-round pick, and I really expect the Rams to take a linebacker, one of those 2 picks here. And with Ivan Pace Jr. In the third round with a 69 selection, that is a great value pick. The Rams don't have a top pick. They don't have a first-round pick. but the picks that they have in the first 3 rounds, the 36 and the 69th, they take Darnell Wright and Ivan Pace Jr. I really don't see how you could possibly have a better 2 picks here for the Rams, despite not having a first-round pick. They really nailed the draft here in this 3-round mock draft from PFF. I'm going to kind of be predicting the Rams record for this upcoming season based on the moves I did in this video. So looking at this Rams schedule here, they take on the Washington Redskins, the Bengals, Cardinals, and Ravens. I think they win 2, maybe 3 of those games. They take on Dallas, Arizona, San Francisco, and Seattle. I think they win 2, maybe 3 of those games. They take on the Eagles, Browns, Steelers, and Giants, 2, maybe 3. I think the 49ers, Seahawks, Packers, Colts, and Saints. I think they can win 3, maybe 4 of those games. So when you're looking at the Rams this upcoming season, based on the moves I did in this video, I think the Rams will probably be about 10-7 this upcoming year. I think they're still very capable of possibly winning the NFC West this year. But let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Comment who you want the Rams to draft. Comment who you want the Rams to sign in free agency. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel or we've seen my videos before, I would really, really appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time on the Sports Dude Hines Show.